to expect. And but thankfully, I started contacting law enforcement offices across the country, and even Mexico and Canada, 3 months before I resigned from City Hope Outreach, and asked to be monitored by law enforcement because speaking about Havana syndrome-form vaccine injury, artificial intelligence, wireless brainwave data mining, speaking up for the children. So if I get killed out here, they'd be the first people to get my body off the street, and it won't be some corporate, someone who represents the corporations getting my body. And but it's just I'm just doing the quick update on I get to take everything out of here because one of the sleeper cell members filled my fucking van with bed bugs the other day, and I mean, they did a good job on filling it with bed bugs, which is, you know, is part of it. And is getting to go to the laundromat and use the heat to wash and dry there after I bombed it twice, but still got some bed bugs. I'm going to bomb it again. But it's part of how they try to nickel and dime us by spending money on bed bug bombs, spending money at the laundromat, and stuff like that, unnecessarily having to do stuff. But getting to wash all my clean clothes again, I'm going to buy another round of bed bug bombs and throw in here. And but it is what it is. If you prayed for your loved one, you need to know your self-worth, and you need to know that these corporate-backed domestic terrorist sleeper cells have been silencing the people speaking up about vaccine injuries through the vaccine companies to keep the truth of vaccine injury getting out. And I'm not just speaking about vaccine injury, I'm telling the truth about Havana syndrome-form vaccine injury, and that's when you've left the doctor's office and got off the property to decades away, the heavy metals from those vaccines being magnetized by electromagnetic frequency streaming from the fiber optic grid and electrical grid. So corporate computer scientists known as artificial intelligence customer researchers can stream artificial intelligence and other information cloud frequencies from the fiber optic grid, electrical grid, Wi-Fi router, and everything attached, and wirelessly brainwave data mine, originally known as biohacking, and create a profitable appearance of the war propaganda terms of the religion of sciences, medical, mental health, or supernatural arm. And everyone who's following our Creator's word, I'm not lying when I tell you I'm the prophet. You're my co-host. I'm here on a second chance. I don't get pissed off about this stuff, really. It's annoying, but I know what the hell the glow looks like. I know what it sounds like, and I ain't fucking up this chance to get us speak up for our Creator. But for those of y'all who are trying to make heaven and say you represent our Creator, I promise you, when I say both sides of evil, good and evil, are represented here in Conway, and we're in the war of good and evil, I'm telling you the truth. So if you want to do your part, come on. You can come see for yourself. You ain't got to talk about artificial intelligence, but you can just tell the truth about what you see here with this domestic terrorist sleeper cell trying to silence me for speaking up about vaccine injury and Havana syndrome, and and just tell the truth about that. Just video it. License, get the picture of the people, the domestic terrorist sleeper cell members, their license plate, go to the police department, sheriff's department, FBI field office is what I've been letting people know to do, because this sleeper cell has a good little whop of communist members, and they're working with Chinese and Israeli soldiers and nationals to run COINTELPRO to create false flag violent events where mass shootings and stabbings where real people die, and in part to get gun rights taken. But come on, this is it. Everyone knows we've been complacent long enough, entertained long enough, and this is what it's got us. I promise you, when the info cloud gets shut off, all these little kids across the planet, labeled cerebral palsy nonverbal, who've been enslaved to their wheelchair, will no longer be looking cerebral palsy nonverbal. They'll be moving their fingers, saying whatever when their muscles get strong enough to be up out of them fucking wheelchairs, walking, talking, doing whatever they want to do. And there won't be no more autism, dementia, Alzheimer's, demonic possession, none of that stuff. No more child suicide, none of that stuff, because it's all the medical mislabelings of the visible effects of corporate computer scientists streaming artificial intelligence, which is human compatible computer software operating command frequencies and other information cloud frequencies from the fiber optic grid, electrical grid, Wi-Fi router, and everything attached, corded and wirelessly onto the magnetized vaccine metals.